Hi everybody. Well, I watched kind of an interesting movie today. It was called Who Killed the Electric Car? Now, I really encourage all of you to go and see this video, not only because it affects every American in, well, America that drives a vehicle, but pretty much it'll affect almost everybody in the world, simply because we all breathe the same air. And even though it does come from plants and it gets recycled, and oh my god, cars really don't do that much, nonetheless, it does do some things. And any of you that live down in California or near California or any highly densely populated areas such as New York or something like that know exactly what I'm talking about, the smog. Now, some of the concepts they talk about here with the electric car is that it doesn't get enough range, it's not safe, it's too small, I'm going to be a tree hugger if I drive it. No, that is not true. The electric car we're getting up to about 300 miles per charge now at the Tesla Motor Company. After I went and watched this video, I went and did some of my own research, and I went to my local college library to see what I could find on the electric vehicle. So I went on their search data and I found one entry on electric cars. I'm like, alright, well, fine. So I go and look it up, and look what I found. I found fuel cells. I found the electric vehicle and the burden on history, or of history. I found forward drive. This is a neat book. It talks about how to actually make an electric car and privateers versus hybrids versus everything you could possibly imagine. There's also electric hybrid vehicle technology. Here's how to build your own electric car. This is how to convert your own car. If you're getting tired of paying up to almost $4 a gallon for gas, this book will tell you how to do it. And this book was published when? When was this published? Like the last checkout date on this was 1986. I mean, you guys can learn how to do this yourselves. This is amazing. I mean, I got also, the electric vehicle, just tons and tons and tons of books and information on websites and, everywhere, just of things you really can't show up on my laptop. But there's just amazing amounts of resources that you can get for this stuff. Now, why should I care about the electric car, you might ask? Well, one, like I said, we all breathe the same air. Also because that money is coming out of your pocket as well. And who wouldn't want to pay less for gas? I mean, we're all not happy about paying more for it, okay? If we pay less for gas, we can use the money for other things, obviously. I mean, that's logical. Also, what is really neat is they're quiet. I went and drove an electric car today, which is sponsored by the school, and I have to say I was really amazed. I thought it would be like a golf cart or something. They went and took a Hummer 2 and they converted it to electric. They use lithium-ion batteries. Now, maybe some of you have heard about the lithium-ion and lithium polymer cell phone batteries exploding. This was a charging problem caused by Nokia's certain phones and chargers. They were overcharging the batteries by a bunch. I mean, they were putting like 7 volts into a battery that's only 3.5 volts. So it was just really overcharging it. That's all I heard about that. That's whatever. But I'm really excited about this. If you really want to help out with electric cars or anything like this, or help out the environment, or hell, even save some money in your own wallet, educate yourself, guys. This is, I know it's a kind of a propaganda movie, and it's kind of showing one side of the story, but nonetheless, it is very informative. And you might say, well, maybe it's not credible. We have to think, though, what is credible in today's day and era? I mean, most of the time, who we consider credible has the most money and can afford to have these things published or put out on the market. And yeah, well, this is put out on the market by Sony. They have tons of money. Well, nonetheless, it was a privateer film, which was then brought in by Sony, saying, hey, this is really cool. We'd like to, we'll back you guys on this. So I really encourage you guys, anyone out there that really wants to know more about the electric vehicle, to go to your local library, to look up some books, look up some information, maybe watch a video. It's kind of bland, kind of dull, but it's a little bit entertaining once in a while. Got a few tears out of me because I'm a car guy. I mean, I love cars. I grew up working around cars, and I worked at a couple service stations, when I was younger in high school. And I do have to say, cars are an atrocious thing to work on, simply because they are so dirty. One of the mechanics in the movie stated that why he loved working on the EV1 so much was that it was clean. And it's amazing and appalling at the same time, the history of electric car. So I have a challenge here. I have a Ford Focus, which is a 2000. It's a sedan. It's bright red. Now, I'm in college now. I cannot afford to convert it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate a Ford Ranger EV motor. If they are still around, I know they are because they said that they were going to recycle them. I'm going to put that in there, and hopefully in this amount of time, I will be able to convert my car over to electricity, and then I'll be able to plug into the wall here at home. Now, some people are also saying, well, the plugging in thing, I don't want to plug in my car. I want to be able to drive all I want. Well, that's fine, but the average miles that people drive a day are 30 miles. That's it. And the electric cars now, if you really want to spend a lot of money, like upwards of $80,000, that's a lot, but not as much as some cars. Example, a Hummer. I think they're about 45,000 or something. But you can spend anywhere from, I think the Priuses are 26,000 up to 120,000 for the, there's one company called Fetish that makes cars, and they're really cool. I mean, they're just amazing. They outrun a Ferrari. So the concept that they're slow doesn't work at all. So, like I said, if you want to learn more about the electric car, maybe rent this movie, go to your library, find some information to educate yourselves, because education is power and knowledge is power. And there is a saying that they use in the movie, death by a million cuts. And, well, let's not have this cut be one of them. So, that's all I have to say.